All right, let's check out Resto because
The tree.
Yeah, two-piece, regrowth, wild growth, and Swiftman healing increase by 10%. Complicated, I like it very much. Very, very impactful to your rotations and priorities. Let's check out the fourth set. Stop it, motherfucker. Okay, the fourth set for restoration. Your healing is increased by 8% when consuming Soul of the Forest bonus and for 6 seconds afterward. I forgot what Soul of the Forest does
that
for
activates
Resto.
when you use a Swiftman, then you consume a little hot on it.
Oh, okay. So this incentivizing to do that more?
Well, Soul of the Forest mechanic is actually a really good way to actually keep people up because it gives you that little burst healing. And you can use it on Wild Growth and Mythic Plus to kind of keep up a good hot on everybody, or use it like on a regrowth in raids or single target spot healing. So it's actually a good mechanic to give you flexibility when it comes to your throughput. If the numbers are actually relevant, I mean, they are buffing the spells, but it's kind of hard to tell with just reading a tooltip. You kind of need Sims or something like that.
This is the thing when you read the first iterations of these, because you see numbers like 8% and 3% and 5%. You're just like, man, but that shit, that doesn't impact me and no capacity. But again, we cannot really go too far on that. I guess the 4-piece is okay.
It's good. I mean, overall, it's good to incentivize good habits being built.
Yeah, for sure. I guess we'll give this a slight pass. We're gonna get Resto its flowers for today. Preservation. The healing spec for all of you out there who don't know. The 2-piece, Reversion and Emerald Blossom heal an injured ally within 30 yards for 10% of any amount healed. Hello?
Yes.
This is... What?
This is not like, oh, it does 5% more healing.
No, I like this.
So we kind of have to take another look at it.
Okay, let's talk about this because I feel this coming out a little bit out of left field. So are these like, I don't know, the healing spells of preservation, Reversion and Emerald Blossom? These are like
they're
main
good spells. So Reversion is kind of like rejuvenation, but it also heals for a portion of the damage that they took recently. And Emerald Blossom is that big flower that explodes on the ground. Okay. Now I don't know what they mean by within 30 yards for 10% of any amount healed.
I think
so. They heal a first target and then somebody else for 10%.
I think this is an extra 10%. So I think you have the initial heals from Blossom, Emerald Blossom and Reversion, and then if there's somebody else within 30 yards, it also heals them for 10% of any of the amount healed. So if you have like big crits on your main targets with Emerald Blossom and Reversion, 10% out of that will also go. I think this is not 10% increased healing. This is interesting.
This is AoE healing, by the way, and the 4-piece, what does the 4-piece say?
4-piece say, Verdant Embrace increases the healing of your next Reversion by 200%.
Now that's spot healing. So we're going back to kind of how Preservation was played at the beginning of Dragonflight with a Reversion focused playstyle. That's when I mained it. And it was kind of fun, and you played echoes and you would echo Reversion around, and that was pretty good with Golden Hour being a big part of your healing. It's fun. It's not something that a lot of Preservations liked, to be fair. I don't remember them liking this style of playstyle because it was a little bit boring. But then again, we go back to probably just them wanting to keep it safe.
Well, it's safe, but for me, when I see this, because I know their philosophy, what their philosophy was in Dragonflight with the tier sets, and everything was kind of, boring, increased damage overall. When I see things like this, that actually, so this is not like giga gameplay changing, but it does look different and it does feel like there's a different mechanic involved there, and I like this about tier sets.
To be fair, this also kind of forces you somehow into a particular build, which is not something that the other towns. Well, you would probably have to play heavy on Reversion and probably Echo. It's not gonna take capstones or anything like that, but
do we give it a pass? I want to give it a pass. So
yeah, no, it's good. It's
a pass. All right.
So more interesting than the Resto Druid one.
Mistweaver. Now we haven't really touched Mistweaver, have we?
No, we've kind of glanced through the talents, but not a lot of playing going through it. It's coming. It's like a week or two away.
Okay. Let's check out the 2-piece. Envelop in Mist and Renew in Mist. Healing increased by 10%. Whoa. Well, it's again another boring 2-piece, but we have seen examples with 2-piece being better.
They're opening themselves to use tuning knobs to make sure that they're kind of.
All right, 4-piece for Mistweaver. Vivify extends the duration of Renew in Mist and Envelop in Mist on its primary target by 2 seconds up to 4 seconds.
Wait a minute, what do you mean up to 4 seconds? Oh, as in twice. You can do it twice. Okay.
This is interesting.
That's actually not bad.
It's not bad, but how does this go with everything like the melee heals? I feel like this for the days I was playing Mistweaver back in BFA, I remember, I used to play from a distance, never really played like melee. And this was like, I was always like checking out, Vivify, extended renewing mist, all of that. Does this work with the mechanics of punching around?
I mean, Rising Mist already works to extending your renewing mists. I think it also I don't remember if it also extends enveloping mist, but this adds a little bit of extra extension, considering that you're probably going to have the instant vivify every 10 seconds. I think that's still a thing, but the fact that you probably will have to hard cast it every now and again won't give you up 100% uptime on any of those, I don't think. But it just adds a little bit of extra uptime, and you probably over the course of a big fight might have just more HOTS out. I don't know what the math will end up being, and I'm sure that they will probably tune the duration and the healing. But if it's more uptime on HOTS, that probably means you're probably going to be playing Rising Mist. So I don't know if that's...
Yeah, I was just, a little bit intrigued because Vivify is not really a melee ability, but it's, the thing where you kind of like play outside of like the melee stuff. So that's why. But if it's not going to affect the melee playstyle, because I know a lot of people love that and they want to play that. Teachers of the Monastery, was it?
Well, that's also kind of played in both, I feel, but it's now it's kind of like hybrid, but it's fine. It's not that bad. It's not particularly amazing either.
Are we passing this just because of the extension, or no? Because I cannot really.
I think the extension is a little bit too short to kind of make a big difference, considering that most of the time you're going to get that extension by hard casting Vivify, and you're already wasting like what 1.5 to 2 seconds of Vivify. Okay. So it's kind of like the same thing. I don't know.
I feel it's too boring anyways.
I feel like it might shoehorn you into Rising Mist, and it doesn't give you option to not play that if you don't want. So
all right.
Maybe.
We're not passing it. That's it. It's called. We're not passing Mistweaver tier set. Sorry. Let's check out Holy Paladin 2 set. Holy Shock healing is increased by 10%, and its cooldown is reduced by 10%. The cooldown reduction I like. Sure. Healing increased is fine. It's another boring 2-piece, as many others we've read so far. Let's check out the 4-piece for Holy Paladins. Holy Shock increases the initial healing of your next Word of Glory or Light of Dawn by 8%, stacking up to 4 times. Okay, so that's 32% with Holy Shocks.
Yes, but that would mean, because what this means is you're essentially, if you're not weaving in Shield of the Righteous, you're probably never going to get to 4 stacks. Because Holy Shock generates 1 Holy Power, you're also pressing Strike for Holy Power, so you're going to overcap Holy Power before you probably get to 4 stacks. Unless you're deliberately weaving Shield of the Righteous, which you probably don't always need to heal. In raids, this might not be that big though. In dungeons, it might be better. And it all revolves around because you healed on the alpha, and we know that...
there's something peculiar happening over there.
The heals are very low, so 8% of something that's very low is not...
It's not like... we don't know, because the tuning on healing and whatever they're trying to do with the healers... I'm pretty sure there's something happening over there.
Yeah.
But in terms of like the mechanics, so is it a bad thing to like have Shield of the Righteous thrown in there?
No, it's not a bad thing, but think about it this way. In raids, if you heal with Holy Paladin, there's always somebody that you need to heal, right?
Yeah.
So you're never going... You don't have that many opportunities to spend Shield of the Righteous. And I'm not talking about the giga of you're refarming, you're reclearing, and nobody's taking any damage, and you're just weaving in those Shield of the Righteous. Because if you are, then this tier set is dog shit, because you're not going to heal with it anyway, because you're just going to be doing damage. So that's maybe a different thing to address with the tier set that's not really affecting your damage output as well, considering that Holy Paladin kind of does that.
Okay, yeah, but are we passing this?
I feel I don't like it.
I'm not convinced.
I'm not a big fan of it, considering that what red is going and what prod is currently.
You already know.
No. I mean how the classes are played, how their interaction is. Like, I'm not sold off on it yet.
All right, Restoration. Let's check out Restoration. 2-piece. Tidal Waves increase the healing of affected spells by 10%. Tidal Waves, okay.
It's a passive.
Another increase, fine. 4-piece. Tidal Waves is 80% more effective and reduces the mana cost of affected spells by 8%.
Whoa.
Cool, huh? I like this. Whenever I see passives having some sort of like interaction with the mana cost of thing, I like it, especially as a healer.
Okay, so we don't know how these numbers will translate into the actual fight, but we all know that mana is a thing for Shaman, and especially if you play a heavy chain heal build, you're gonna run out of mana really, really quick, and chain heal interacts with Tidal Wave. So this is going to be interesting because I think this is the only healer that we've seen so far that has any mana reduction, period. That's
saying something.
Unless it's like negligible and you don't really care about it at all, that would just mean that the tier set is dog shit because you have to care about it. Otherwise, what's the point of having a tier set? I mean, hello, Resto Shamans in 10.2 that were playing with Epic Sword tier set. It didn't even matter.
Yeah.
So the tuning kind of matters, and if it matters, it will matter a lot.
Matters. But it does. It has to get a pass.
Yes. No. It's superior.
Okay. So it definitely gets a pass. Okay. Priest. Okay. I was waiting for this one.
Oh my god! I've played it today. It's crazy.
You played Priest today?
Shadow Priest.
Oh, awesome. All right. So let's see. Starting off with Discipline, 2-piece. Attunement healing increased by 5%. Excellent. I always feel attunement healing is just not quite enough. That's my problem. Just need more. So 5%, it's cool. It's boring, I know, but it's needed.
But more.
Yeah, give more. Okay, 4-piece for Discipline. Smite and Penance increase the damage of your next Mind Blast by 25%. Ooh. Or absorb amount of your next Power Word Shield by 15% up to 3 times. Wait a minute, is this up to 3 times also the damage from Mind Blast?
That's a very good question.
Or is this the Power Word Shield absorption amount?
Well, let's take it one point at a time. Smite and Penance increasing the damage of your next Mind Blast means that obviously you're going to be atoning it.
These 3 abilities, so Smite, Penance, and Mind Blast, are basically part of your rotation, so you're already using this.
But this
what
means
I'm
that
interested.
Your Mind Blast is going to give you like a big chunk of healing, right? That's always good for Discipline.
Yes, it is. But this is if also the damage from the Mind Blast is stackable. This
75%. That's quite a bit.
Yeah, but that would mean it would be the first time in history where you would use attunement for spot healing. Because you would have like sometimes you don't really like when the situation is really bad or you don't really have like all the attunements ready and nothing really. You can have an attunement on. You can place a fast attunement on somebody, and if you have like a 75% Mind Blast, that would be a good chunk of them. I think that would be really cool.
Do you think a 45% shield would be reasonable? Because it feels like you would always want Mind Blast over Power Word Shield.
I feel Power Word Shield. Like the only time you really like you use it, of course, but you mainly use it to put attunement on people. It doesn't really absorb that much. If you want to put it like stacked up to 3 times, it could show some value. But this is like again,
but you're trading the Mind Blast.
Yeah, the Mind Blast is really cool and really valuable.
What's the cooldown on Mind Blast? Do you have time to generate those 3 stacks before Mind Blast comes off cooldown? Because then maybe that wouldn't be that bad.
No, but it's very ambiguous. I would love if the 3 times stacking would be for Mind Blast as well. For Shield is also good because it also kind of translates. Okay, you want to save somebody.
If it's for Mind Blast, I don't think you're ever gonna cast Power Word Shield over Mind Blast because Mind Blast heals as well, but also does damage.
So you're gonna do Power Word Shield every time you're gonna Rapture. That's a given. So you're gonna have instant Power Shields. Everybody, it's a great way to place attunement on everybody. It's a decent damage reduction stuff. The value could be there. So if you're gonna have a 45% Power Word Shield on somebody, that's
with
also
Rapture, sure.
Yeah,
okay, that would be interesting.
It's gonna be again single spot healing protection.
Then
type
you
stuff.
consume it. So
I like it, man. I like this shit.
All right, the tier set is really good. The tier set is really good. I really want to see how it plays out, the dynamic between your choice of spending it on a Power Word Shield or a Mind Blast, because I always feel like they always give us these types of choices in certain game designs, and the choices is always damage. So I kind of wanted to skew to some other stuff because I miss the big bubbly Discipline Priest.
Well, Big Bubbly is not going to be a thing anymore. Big Bubbly is translated into Big Damagey and Healy the Attunementee. All right, no more Bubbly because that was a long time ago. That would be an actual interesting variant of Discipline to try out and play. But from what I can see,
I mean, when they tried it in Shadowlands, it just broke the game. You only play Discipline everywhere.
That's the problem. They cannot really go back to that play style. So it is what it is. But let's check out the Holy Priest. 2-piece. Serendipity is 10% more effective. Now, when they put words like this, I don't really know what that means. 10% more effective. Is it?
I don't know what the spell does. To be fair, you're the holy expert.
4-piece. Heal, Flash Heal, and Prayer of Healing have a 50% chance to cast again at 35% effectiveness. Okay, so this goes into the echo mechanic. I can see why they would go for this route because, like, traditionally, you would think Holy Priest is a easy healer to play, and it is because it's very reactive. Okay, it's not proactive as Discipline.
I feel like it's easy because you can understand it. You see missing health
problem happen, press button.
But I tried it. It's not as easy.
No, it's not as easy. It is like you really have to know like how to like be efficient on reducing the cooldowns of your all of your big heals and but This one doesn't really play too much into like the cooldown reduction stuff. And if this is the thing again with the effectiveness and all the wording. So heal and flash heal reduce the cooldowns of your big hands, right?
Yeah.
So prayer of healing is you cast that basically on cooldown. If this has a 15% chance to be cast at 35% effectiveness, is that chance going to also reduce the cooldown? Because if that's going to work like that,
the casted events, that's a good point.
If that's going to reduce the cooldowns also by that 35% effectiveness, that's going to be cool. I'm going to dig that. But if those are just going to be like 35% amounts of heals from the heals and flash heals, which, okay, you cast heal, but you really cast a lot of flash heal. It has to be,
because they've worded it in a way. I mean, we know that the devs are fans of the Dungeons and Dragons, and proper word choices matter. So it says it could be, they could have worded says it affects the target again, but they chose to say it casts again. So casting implies the mechanic of casting, which reduces the cooldown of the holy words.
When you cast flash heal or heal the remaining... Yeah, so this is the cooldown reduction. Yeah, okay, this is the cooldown reduction. When you cast flash heal or heal, the remaining cooldown on holy word serenity is reduced by 6%. When you cast prayer of healing, so this is the
6%?
serendipity. It's 6 seconds.
Okay.
So
then what is that 2%?
The effectiveness... This is why I've asked. What is 10% more effective? Is that like... from 6 seconds,
6.6.
Yeah, what is it? It's like 0.6.
I guess. I mean, that means, well, listen, you can just read it as this. Over the course of a long fight, you have 10% more cooldown reduction.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
So you
fair
might
enough.
get like what 1 or 2 extra holy words in over the course of a couple of minutes fights or something like
okay.
that.
But overall, for holy, I think this is good. If you're gonna have even more cooldown reduction due to the 2 set, and if the little echoes from the 4 set actually also contribute to the cooldown reduction, I think that's a win. Because at the end of the day, you kind of play Holy Priest that way. You like use your spells efficiently to get access really fast to the big ones, So I would give it a pass. For me, it's a pass.
We've seen worse for sure.
Oh yeah.